declaring taxes. In this video, we will talk about declaring taxes. Declaration of taxes is mandatory. At first, this may seem like a difficult topic, but the Estonian state has made it very easy. Let's talk about it in more detail. Introduction to taxes. The declaration of taxes shows that there is a trust between the state, the employer, and the citizen. In doing so, we show that we care about the Estonian state system and society, and thus we wish to develop it, for instance, our hospitals, schools, roads, and so on. We have created an e-environment to make declaring taxes convenient and easy. It allows to complete a pre-filled declaration in just 3 minutes. 98% of people living and working in Estonia submit their income tax returns through the e-tax environment. Who is a resident, non-resident, and how do they have to declare their income? Now, let's see how Estonian residents and non-residents should declare their income. But first, who is an Estonian resident and who is not? An Estonian resident is a person who resides in Estonia or stays in Estonia for at least 183 days in 12 consecutive calendar months. Those who don't qualify under this criterion are non-residents. An Estonian resident must declare the income they receive both in Estonia and abroad and pay the income tax on it. A non-resident, however, pays the income tax only on the income generated in Estonia. If income tax has been withheld from the taxable income in Estonia at the rate specified by the Income Tax Act or a tax treaty, the non-resident does not have to submit an income tax return. However, if a non-resident benefits from the transfer of property located in Estonia, receives rental income, or income from doing business in Estonia, the non-resident must submit an income tax return. Remember, if a non-resident is registered in the Estonian Commercial Register as a sole proprietor, an income tax return must be submitted even if no income was earned. However, if a person lives on or earns an income from more than one country, he or she may be a resident of more than one country. You can find additional information on double residency and double taxation on the website of the Tax and Customs Board or the Ministry of Finance. Submission of tax returns. As mentioned above, filling an income tax return has been made very easy. First, all payments declared in Estonia are automatically entered in the income tax return of both a resident and non-resident. But pay attention, income received from a foreign country is not included in the tax return, and the recipient must add it to the tax return when submitting it. There must be proof of paying foreign income tax, so it would be taken into account in order to avoid the double taxation of taxable income in Estonia. Second, a person who earns income submits an income tax return only once a year, and it can be done from mid-February to the end of April. But if a person has received income only in Estonia and the income tax amount provided by the payer is correct, it is not necessary to submit an income tax return. Third, a person does not have to calculate his or her own tax liability. This is done by the e-tax return software, and thus the income tax liability is specified immediately. The calculation process can also be viewed on the information side. It is not necessary to separately attach a proof of the income tax return until specifically requested by the tax administrator. However, we recommend that you keep the proof just in case. But now, the most important thing. How can I file an income tax return? There are 4 ways to do this. The most convenient way is to submit an e-tax return on the website of the Estonian Tax and Customs Board, www.emta.ee. Log in with your ID card, mobile ID, smart ID, or the e-ID of an EU country. It is also possible to send a digitally signed income tax return to the email address emta@emta.ee or come to the service point of the Tax and Customs Board. Income tax returns are also accepted by mail. As non-residents do not have a personal identification code, they cannot complete an e-tax return. Therefore, please enter your data in the declaration form A1, E1, or V1 digitally in a PDF or on paper, which must be signed and submitted to the Tax and Customs Board. Declaration forms are available on the website of the Tax and Customs Board. Income tax is refunded or payable on the 1st of October of the year in which the tax return is filed at the latest. Additional information on taxes and declaration can be found on the website of the Estonian Tax and Customs Board. Also check out our video on how to file a tax return.